what other ways do you feel that we could better prepare ourselves in the pandemic? Being vaccinated is one of them, but are there other things that our students could be doing to better prepare themselves on a daily basis, and also their family and community members?
In my lab, we actually study airborne transmission, right? And I'm not an expert, there are many experts on this, but we have been studying the fact that a lot of viruses travel in the air, right? And so when you're in enclosed spaces with other people, particularly if there's a chance of 1 or 2 or 3 of those people are infected, the chances of you getting it from that person if you're in enclosed spaces with them is very high. And it doesn't really matter if you're physical distancing, because if you're in an enclosed space with the door closed, you're sharing the same air, right? And so you have to think of yourself, you're kind of like a filter feed or like a mussel in the ocean, and you're just sucking in all that air. And in that air is the virus. The virus is in the air, and then it gets into you and it gets into your lungs, and it binds the receptors in your lungs and can make you sick, right? So genuinely, truly, the best way to deal with this is to try and change the air as much as you can. Open the windows and avoid enclosed spaces with other people if they're not vaccinated, genuinely. Like even for me, like I'm looking to the fall, and we're all educators, right? And we're worried about going back into classrooms with students if we don't know if they're vaccinated or not. All the vaccines aren't equally effective as well. So I saw some comments in the chat about people. The type of vaccine that you get is important, right? Some of the vaccines have more efficacy than others, right? So that's important to recognize. And then the nature of what you're going to be doing with other people is important. So if you're going into a party with a bunch of people and you're all shooting and you're laughing and you're joking and you're sharing each other's air, and not everybody is vaccinated, you're putting your about this. You have to think about what is the role that you play in helping this virus do what Leo said. The virus doesn't care, it just wants to get to new people and infect new people. We have to stop that from happening. We have to prevent this virus from getting from person to person, because it doesn't care your political affiliation, it doesn't care what religion you are, it doesn't care what color you are, it doesn't care. It's affecting everybody. Everybody around the world is getting affected by this. The best way to deal with it is avoid sharing the same air with other people. Open the windows, stay outside as much as you can, and get vaccinated.